Hello everyone, my name is Bridget and today we're going to be talking about the choice that all starseeds must make. All folks out there on your spiritual path, this is the choice that we all must make to live our best lives and to fulfill our mission. If you're new here, welcome, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, do the bell button, all the things so that you're notified every time I come out with these new videos. So to get into the lay of the land before we get to the choice point, which is required for true transformation and embodiment, is that we need to understand the different beliefs that are at play, the different subconscious things that aren't leading us to be able to make this full shift. So some of the things that you might be experiencing, and just tune into yourself as I list a couple of these things, is the challenge with being incarnated on earth here and now. Yeah, it's a lot. So there's that. So that's one of the things that you might be experiencing, as well as that natural inclination, which I feel very strongly, of that constant yearning and seeking of the mystery, of the mystical, of the connection with the cosmos. That might be something that's moving through you often and pulling you in certain directions. And then the third thing is experiencing time in a very unique way, in a very different way, where you can really feel certain timelines of contact, of heaven on earth, here and now, of the awakening taking place to such a degree, which I experienced at times, where you're kind of like, I can just kick back because it's all happening, or I can feel that it's happening quickly. And hopefully some of that has been demystified with the different challenges happening on earth, seeing that earth time, human reality time, is very different than our spiritual perceptions time when we can tune into these different timelines and realities. So if some of these things are what you're experiencing and facing, one thing that's really helpful to do is really key back in to the original design, the original mission and purpose of why you came here. And I have a really amazing meditation that's a DNA activation for Starseeds down below. So be sure to go get that so that you can tune into, okay, then why am I freaking here? And what am I supposed to do with all these different poles happening and taking me in different directions? So when these things are moving you in all different directions, it creates this energy of half in and half out. Half out there, half in here. And what that does is it splits your consciousness. It splits your availability to create, to manifest, to embody, to anchor, to take action, to live your purpose. It doesn't really work, but it's something that just kind of tends to happen when you're sensitive or you have these keyed in availabilities with the spirit world. So I get it, I understand. And this choice point, which I'm about to share, will really help with this so that you can define and move your energy towards being in full congruency and full alignment with that which you choose and what your soul truly yearns for in being incarnated here and now on earth. So the choice you must make is to, ready? Either reject life or to love it. Okay, so you have a choice to be like, whatever, the challenges, kind of half check out, excuses, play in the other world, or to love it. And it's a choice. It's one or the other. And by the way, the spiritual world, all those other things you're feeling are included in the loving it. And I'm going to explain how that works in just a minute and what it looks like to love life and to choose that love of life and how it actually makes everything much easier here. So we're going to get into that in just a second. But I want to start by saying that there's a default program and certain experiences and beliefs that come with spirituality that makes us reject life. And this is a Luciferian. It's a certain kind of not good false light energetic. You can click the video to check that out and learn more about that up here, or I'll have it in the description down below. But it's something that actually is trying to take us out of this experience, take us out of our lives. And that's not why we came here. Why in the heck would we go through all the work of incarnating and being born and living this life just to exit and not live fully. And so it's important to understand that it's a default negative program in spirituality that's going on that is catalyzing that reject response in us, whether it's subconscious, hidden away, or where it's very up for you, where you're a little pissy about being here and what's going on right now. So that's important to know. So this phrasing came in because I clicked on an Audrey Hepburn documentary, and she lived a very actually traumatic early life. She was in the Blitz, completely immersed for years during German occupation, and she lived during war, and then she exited that and decided to love life. There was a choice point where she was like, okay, I can just be completely bogged down and collapse from all the challenge that I've experienced, or I can choose to love life. And so this was her philosophy, and I just thought it was perfect. I heard it and loved the phrase, to reject life or to love it. I was like, oh my God, I need to do a video on this, because this is really, really important for us to be all in and really just be all in. So in some senses, it's not a choice because we're meant to be here. And the exit strategy doesn't work because then we just get stuck. So we're here. So I guess it's kind of not a choice in that sense, but it's a conscious choice to move into the loving and embracing it and making the most of it. So how do you move into the loving it? How do you move into the embracing it? And for me, it really began by committing to it. I actually committed to it because I had so much pain not committing to it. So there were so many challenges I was having in the physical world with relationship dynamics and community dynamics and just like different things in the physical world that just didn't work again and again. And I was having so much pain and not really wanting to address it, not really wanting to look at it. And I was just like very busy flowing through the cosmos. And finally I was like, screw this. I need to figure out how to be a really good human. And I need to figure out how to do all the things that we need to do as humans. And as I dedicated and reoriented my energy and a lot of my focus to that, everything has changed and my life is amazing. I am seriously, literally blown away by all of these things in my life working out to such a degree that I almost never believed they were possible. And now I'm living that. Like my romantic relationship, all of my friendships, my financial life, my internal life, like all of these things are transforming. So by just realizing that there is no leaving, there is no escaping this place, and starting to learn the different skills and really address the things that are coming up, that is so, so helpful. And I will continue to have lots of videos on how to do that because then it's like, well, then how do you do that? And I'm like, here, well, let me share with you. And a lot of the things that I have posted in the recent years is to answer that, is to help you with the human life. So then what do you do with all the stuff out there? The idea is that I keep on getting this image of like unfurling our sweet plant arms to the heavens and like reaching for whatever that cosmic light, that cosmic energy, those spiritual insights are, and bringing that back down into our body, into our relationships, into our work, into our bodies. All of those things that are physical, we invite them in a way that then can enhance everything that we're doing. So you're using it for life rather than using it to escape. And there's a really big difference, and just switching that mentality will make all the difference. So tuning in and taking a moment, if you choose to embrace life, to really begin to ask questions, invite in guidance from that space. So I came here for a reason, and I meant to do certain things, and I meant to experience certain things. And what are those things? and actually start to be curious and excited about what the possibilities can be and what you can create, what you can accomplish, what you can experience for this life. And I'm at a point where I feel I'm going to live a long time, and I'm going, oh my God, there's so much to do. There's so much to experience on this earth plane and like with other humans. And I'm like, oh gosh, like it doesn't feel like enough time because there's so much that I want to dive into here. And so getting into that excited, inspired state and really anchoring into the physical world and creating friendships, creating, projects, creating different things will make everything feel so much more alive, exciting, and you'll be fulfilling like what you're here to do. And that is so rewarding and rich. And the funny thing is the more that you do this, the more you action it, the more streams through. That's actually how you get more connection. And the muse and the guidance works with you even more. And so ironically, you're going to be getting more connection. It's just going to be streaming through in a different way that'll actually be more comfortable. So there are some bumps along the way of once you start to, instead of like kind of looking out here and start to look, in here, in your life, you're like, yikes, some of these things need to be addressed and changed, and modified to be wonderful. It's like, how do I make life wonderful here? You can create that. You can do that. And what do you want it to look like? So envisioning what that looks like for you here and now in this life. What does it look like to love life? And being with this question, meditating with it, sitting with it, talking to your friends about it, your partner, your dog, just be like, what does this mean? Take it to your dreams and see what inspiration comes, because it's so much more rewarding than being half in and half out and not being comfortable here, when really you came here for a reason. Your soul, your higher self is wise. It didn't do it to punish you. It did it so that you can evolve and experience the jus de life, And so see what that is for you. So comment down below. Let me know what you're feeling about this. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm curious to know. I'm really here for you. I'm on the other side of that choice point where, I had my defenses up against a lot of things in this world. And those defenses are no longer there because I don't need them. All I want is more of the connection and the availability here to experience now and to bring that through. So be sure to stay connected. I have my free MP3 download down below, which is a free soul embodiment meditation. And then I have the DNA activation, Starseed activation meditation down below as well. And that one's so good of like, hey, higher self, why did we do this? Why did we choose that? And then activating what that mission is, what that inspiration is. So be sure to go get that Starseed DNA activation down below as well. And I'm going to continue to do these videos. I'm going to be consistent, and I'm going to show up for you and continue to share the ways to do this. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell button, stay connected so that I can continue to share and we can continue on this journey together of choosing life and choosing to love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.